Hello everyone, and welcome back to Stellaris Bromance, our Let's Play cooperatively here in 2.0 with the Apocalypse DLC. I'm Mal. I'm once again joined by Mickey, Sabouts, Vanguard, Commissar Roach. Who else is here?
I think that's everyone.
I think that's everybody. That's everybody, right?
Yeah, you got them all.
All right, good.
Everybody that matters.
Everybody that matters. Okay. All right, then we're good then. New process. No. Okay, no. Okay, hold on. I had a brain fart for a second. Is everybody good?
Yep.
All right. Trading hubs. Offer of trading. Where is this thing?
Oh crap! I'm an idiot. I had a chance of picking through the debris of the Cabal's ships, but now it's too late. I forgot that was a thing, so now there's only 200 days left and like 7 jumps. I'll never make it.
Do construction ships have any kind of job after you've got everything built in your systems?
No.
Not really.
Just research special projects.
Yeah, certain projects.
I love the new shipyard systems when the ships are built 6x6, so now a single battleship cannot kill my 3 corvettes moving around the world. That's a poor battleship. Die. I love this so much. Thank you, Paradox, for doing this new system being worth something.
Tell us what you really think about it. Don't hold that in.
I love them. Honestly, the new system is just wow, awesome. Period.
Screw off, Cabal. Stop claiming my shit.
Stop claiming his stuff.
You can't get through the damn defense anyways. It's about ready to become a Star Fortress too, going to the next tier.
Going to be a long terraforming process. I hope I don't lose this planet. I'm terraforming one of my planets that has people living on it and they're not very pleased with it.
Oh, you got that tech that allows that?
Yeah.
I'd imagine, yeah, all the fumes being shot out from processing plants they're living next to you.
Putting chemtrails in the sky! You came back to that.
Everything comes around.
They don't need to breathe. Breathing is overrated.
That's true.
Just issue those kind of paper gas masks.
Something like that.
What they're getting.
Oh, that's great. Legitimately. I didn't know this was a thing. I just left it inside of my situation log, but I had Titanic Life Study.
Oh, that's a good one.
And, yeah, so now I have Titanic Beasts I can recruit for military units.
Yeah.
Wow.
On this planet.
You can only recruit a handful of them, but still, it's pretty damn cool.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Awesome.
it's the same thing I did with when I was playing Synthetic Dawn. As in my last playthrough, I had the big, the big robot land army.
Mega Warform?
Yeah, the Mega Warform, and in my mind, it was just Imperator class Titans roaming across the world, destroying everything.
Nice.
I always thought of them about being sectopods or something like that.
Yeah.
My own sectopod army. Yeah, good times.
Oh wow! Oh, I completely forgot all these worlds in the north here. I haven't renamed them. What is wrong with me? I've been somebody in my comments yelling about that for a couple episodes now.
I got my borders as secure as they can be.
Well,
Nice.
hey, that's welcome to, I don't know, 50 years ago?
Oh.
Hey, well, my borders were secure, but I gave them
By
up 'cause I
whose
felt sorry.
standards? Now I was
I
with you. I was going to defend you, and then you had to go and say that. Secured by whose standards?
The fact that I won 2 battles straight in a row, and they wanted peace because they knew they were losing so bad by those standards, and I felt so sorry for them. I gave them the stations that I beat them so badly with.
Okay, we can go with that. I'm happy with that.
All right, we'll go with it. All right, that's fine. Whatever. Tempted to do pish posh, but we won't.
Okay, all those planets have now been renamed. Whew. Can't have those normal names.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want any of that. Yeah, it looks good. Love it.
On any normies reading the names of the systems I'm in.
Wait a second, there's still 2 systems that have regular names.
Yeah, I'm doing those. I'm doing those in the bottom.
Okay,
I've got them.
whew,
I've got it.
I was getting nervous.
I've got it. The Heaven Share one is being renamed to M90976. And Beshpat
Okay.
being named to K10. K10240. And boom, there we go. Oh. Okay, that's done with. It's beautiful. We should do. So this is also a good incentive to never have a war in my territory. That is planned out.
All the ships just get lost in system after system. The B28672.
You laugh, but in multiplayer, this works surprisingly well. I've had people in multiplayer games actively just leave the war because they were fed up when they were bombarding my worlds. Like, it's just like, sure, fuck it. This was before war exhaustion, obviously, but I made him pay for every inch.
Come here, pirate. Come here. Time for you to die.
What are you doing over there?
He's wooing pirates.
Oh, woo. Oh, that's a system I still need to take.
Running from me, too. Oh, no, you little bastard. Oh, no. Gonna die.
Well, one of my admirals got the gale speed and scout rate. Just the best thing you can have for being fast.
Nice.
Around the
Yeah,
map.
especially rolling all Corvettes.
Yep. Just
Yeah, I'm
for
lucky.
curiosity.
Most of my admirals have been picking up
Wow.
Fleet Logistician, which I really like.
Actually,
Yeah.
got an admiral.
I got 381 sublight speed with tier 3 engines. I think I can go over 400 with tier 4 engines. Wow.
Okay, that was pretty badass. My Corvette fleet didn't even get hurt. Like, just barely even got hurt. Yep.
Well,
Alright.
what was it, Mel? Barely or not at all?
Well,
It matters.
I have to say barely. I can't say not at all. If I'm being honest.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
War is broken out.
Devours versus the interstellar hegemony.
Good, good, good.
Yep.
Are you still at war with them?
Yes. I'm 82%. I'm taking one of their planets now. Yep, got one of their planets.
Yeah, I think they're gearing up to want to attack me here at some point.
Okay, now I need to remember how to create a sector. So, planets and sectors.
Oh no!
Oh, sorry.
The damn foxes are starting to infiltrate different areas of my society.
Ah, yes.
Just hired a scientist without realizing it. That's one of them.
They're learning.
They're becoming self-aware.
Abandoning their breadbasket.
Did you see those recent videos from what is it, Boston Dynamics or whatever, or Boston
The
Robotics?
one where they open the door.
Yeah, come on, that was a little creepy.
I didn't think it was that creepy.
Unless they are using miniguns.
It
I
only
don't
gets
care.
creepy until you imagine them using that arm to strangle a man. To take over the Pentagon.
Exactly.
We're almost there.
Research station deconstructed by who? Okay. Yay, my terraforming is done.
Takes forever, doesn't it?
Yeah, I guess it's 10 years, but I'm just guessing now.
Oh
10 years,
shit!
unless you've got some tech to change it.
I've got terraforming gas. I didn't even notice that. Well, that's getting used somewhere. Let's see here.
Coolest thing about sectors, though, has got to be using them as a bank.
Storing it all in there.
Yeah,
It's
So you
it's
need
not
it.
a
Comes-
bad call.
it comes in really handy when you're in a pinch. You know, just go drain like whatever 10,000 minerals and 5,700 energy or whatever for 100 influence.
Influence.
Pretty good deal. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Let's terraform this tomb world.
I could settle that, you know.
So can the fox.
Oh, well, there you go. Just put fox people on it.
No.
I think when an alien race is asking to have one of my leaders donated to them.
Yep.
Yep, that's a fallen empire.
And you say yes to that.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, go for it. Tentacle face. I'm sorry, was the comm still on?
I got that.
I've been watching a lot of VR videos of the Star Trek game.
Oh, I've been. Well, you're
bridge-
in my
bridge
mind. I
thingy?
did that all yesterday. Just watching videos of people playing that game, like for the first time.
I've got a VR headset, and I'm like, I could get it and play it, but it's a purely multiplayer game, and it's like, it depends on who you're playing with. Yeah, I think it's that, yeah. Depends on who you're playing with. If you go in there and, you know, half of the people don't speak English, or they've got their mics like really low down or really bad quality and can't understand them, you're probably not going to have fun, because the game itself doesn't really look fun.
I don't know, I think it looks kind of fun, but then again, I'm a huge Star Trek nerd.
Oh, no, so am I, but I get the impression in that game, I don't think the ship can rotate. I think the control of the ship is incredibly limited. I don't know, the way I've seen the ships,
it's just like every other Star Trek like game where you're playing, like if you ever played actually I forgot, it was Legacy, Star Trek Legacy, I don't know, it was on Xbox or something like that.
Starfleet Academy and Klingon Academy weren't like that, and they were awesome games. I love those games
British
so
Commander
much.
2.
They were so good.
But either way, yeah, I've been looking at videos of that, and I'm just like, I'm on the cusp of wanting to pick up a VR headset, like, and I don't know what I want to do. Because if I did
find someone that owns one and use theirs for at least 2 hours before you buy one.
Well, unfortunately, I don't know anyone that does.
Then find a store and go there during off hours, like off busy hours, and see if you can play it for an hour or two while the store's nearly empty.
Because
it really depends
on your survive 5
motion
minutes,
sickness.
you're okay.
No, that's not true at all. I was fine in it. I was absolutely fine in it. And then I played Dreadfuls, which I love horror games, but the games where you move, the camera moves, but you physically don't, those are the biggest motion sickness games you can get. And the first couple of hours I played, I felt so ill. I had a headache, I felt physically ill, like I wanted to throw up. After that I was okay, but the thing is, if you're not okay after that, then you know you can't play those games, and any game that is like that is off your list of possible games you can play on a VR headset.
Yeah, see, I'm just like, the thing I'm looking at is I want to is I don't have space. Well, what am I trying to say here? If I was gonna do it, I'd have to get a strict VR rig, because I have space for VR like area, but it's not in my room. Like, my room I don't have enough space for unless I wanted to do only sit-down gaming, which I guess you could. There's a lot of those games, but I prefer to try and get a full room stuff.
Yeah.
And then I'm debating which one to get, because basically the Oculus is off of that list, because the way that they do their full room stuff by having 3 cameras instead of 2, and every one of those has to have a USB connection.
Yeah,
and
that is
depending on what the hubs
stupid.
Depending on the internal hubs, you might need to put them in different areas of the computer, like 2 in the front or something like that, and it gets annoying.
It's about
my
war is over.
USB
Congratulations.
for that.
Yeah, so the thing I'm looking at now is a toss-up between the Vive.
Oh, the end of the Ogni Nulux Star Empire.
One's down.
They'll be missed. But it's between the Vive and the Windows augmented reality sets. Or whatever they're directly calling themselves. The Microsoft VR sets.
I would go with the Vive ones. If it's between those two, I would go with the Vive ones.
I don't know, because you get better resolution with the Windows, or the Microsoft ones, so you get better resolution per eye, and the screen door effect is less. It does not have to have base stations installed, but it still has I think it's like a 10 or 15 foot box that you can use it in without having the base stations. And it only has 2 connectors to the back of the computer, so it's less cables, a little bit less, you don't get as much space from the computer. So I don't know. Like, they have trade-offs. And the Windows one or Microsoft one, whatever it's actually called, I forget off the top of my head, can be used with the Steam VR stuff. So it's not limited. So I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And it's cheaper. By a bit. That's kind of...
I don't know, then.
Debating on that.
I mean, in that case, then obviously try both before you buy them, because they're so fucking expensive.
The only thing that gets me on that is, because there's no base station, the way it tracks the controllers is there's 2 cameras in the front of every one of those sets, and the cameras track the lights on the controllers. they're wide. Like, I mean, it's it's a wide angle lens, so you get about 180 in the front, but they're slightly tilted downward. So whenever you get about maybe 75 or 80 degrees above your head, they don't track anymore.
Yeah.
But it'll still track like behind you for a couple of seconds because it has like an accelerometer and like a positioner, so it'll do that. So I mean, I don't know. That's what I'm debating. That's the big thing.
That's one of the few benefits of the Oculus being forced to have 3 sensors. You can have one sensor aimed upwards to grab any sensor information above you, and one sensor aimed downwards to fill in the gap below you.
Yeah, but the thing about the Oculus, I'm not a fan of it. I don't know. Also, the fact that it's associated with Facebook gives me, I don't know.
I've had no issues with that at all. I've had no pop-ups or any kind of crap like that. I mean, there's an avatar in the top right. I've never touched it. I use both Oculus's home room and Steam's. I never had any problem with Steam's room.
I'll see. It's like I said, if I'm ever going to do it, I basically got an entire half of a basement downstairs that's got like its own entertainment center connected in there. I could put a computer dedicated to VR down there.
Yeah. And
I'd have like a full like 30 feet of space to use. That'd be perfect for full room stuff. But I'd need to, one, get a computer that could do that, while also having my computer here, because my computer here can do it. It's just, here. So, I don't know.
One thing I will say about having an Oculus headset, specifically obviously a VR headset, specifically the Oculus one, is that I used to have the headset plugged in all the time, and my computer would have issues. My recording drive would disconnect, I would occasionally get the computer crash, stuff like that. And I suspect that even though I've got Windows Power Management set to maximum, and the USB settings set to never ever disconnect under any conditions, I suspect because of the amount of power the VR headset uses, they inevitably get disconnected by Windows, and that causes something in my computer to freak out, and if I'm rendering a video at that time, the video will get corrupted. So I have all my VR stuff disconnected unless I'm using it, which is really annoying. I'd like to have everything connected all the time, so any time I want to play a VR game, I'll just put it on and play it.
This is like the textbook definition of first world problems, right? I'm sitting here listening to this, and I'm like,
stop playing and feed my pets.
I have to stop for a second, and I gotta plug in my VR headset.
Remember when we didn't have fleet management tab, and you had to build the ships individually and send them over to your fleet?
That sucked so much. That sucked so much, though. It really did. That was a legit.
I think that's even more of a textbook example of first world problem, because at least his problem was physically based. This one's just all inside of a software thing, and it's just like
and not to mention the VR problem is a very expensive problem to have if it is a problem.
Yeah, no doubt.
But yeah, no, just back to the original thing. I love the look of the Bridge Commander stuff. I really want to play it.
Yeah.
Because I have a lot of friends.
I was afraid you guys weren't going to circle back to that. I was like, wow.
No.
You made it back. You made it back. Congratulations.
I remember what we did. I remember what we were talking about. The whole reason I want to play it is because I got a shitload of friends that are like huge Star Trek nerds. Like I've got one friend that I record with a lot, Bob. He, if you tell him like the general plot synopsis, like if you say like, oh, the episode where Picard gets sucked in or gets his mind taken over by a probe and he lives out a full life of a dying world.
Oh yeah.
He can name the season, the episode number, and the episode title of those things.
I mean, my limit is exactly what Vanguard said as well. I remember that. That's about it. That's my limit.
Yeah, I remember that. I cried on that episode.
It's not just TNG. He can do it for the original series, Deep Space Nine, and Voyager as well.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
he's a massive nerd, but he's awesome. I would love to play that with him.
Whoa!
Whoops! Hold on.
Pause.
Oops! BK?
Yeah, I'm not disconnected. I'm still here.
Okay, so
I think we're all good.
Yeah.
I think we just had another one of those desync bugs that Paradox talked about.
Okay, so Mal, do a backup save just to be sure.
All right.
If something goes wrong, we have a backup to go to. Because you're the host.
All right. There you go. No problem. Done.
Okay, so just some pause and let's see what happens. Okay, so everybody's okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was just a minor desync, just ignore it. I hope we're fine.
Ooh. Yeah, these guys got way better tech than me. A lot of point defense. And I got a lot of, not a whole lot, but I do have torpedoes.
Yeah, I completely stopped using missiles after they nerfed the tracking and the AI just used mass point defense, so I don't see the point anymore.
I think, now you correct me, I'm sure you will. I still think that, like, I still think long-range missile support on capital ships is worthwhile.
Yeah, it is.
Even with all that point defense?
Because if one gets through, I mean, it's a large missile. If it gets through, it's doing damage. That's the trade-off.
Actually, what you need to do is put your cruisers on anti-point defense ships, rows, and use the battleships to snipe with torpedoes. Or, actually, no, because battleships can't use torpedoes, if I'm not mistaken. But you need to build 2 cruiser fleets, let's put it that way. One using torpedoes at long range, and a brawler one to deal with the point defense ships. That kinda works, but as I said, it's not the optimal design. Because it's better if you just go all out broadsides and ignore the missiles because they have a lot of point defense. But there's one thing that point defense is awesome to do, defeat star bases. Because star bases doesn't have point defenses. So if the star base is alone, because you manage to pull the fleet off, torpedo weaponry does a lot of damage to them.
What do you think of the plasma cannons? You like them or no?
Yeah, they are awesome. They're the best anti-armored and anti-hull weaponry, just like the...
Not useful to have on
Delta
cruisers
cannons.
though, huh? They got kind of short range.
Yeah, but you can put afterburners on cruisers and build a brawler cruiser. That's the broadside. What you need to do to make that happen is you need to have an admiral that has gale speed. Or if you want to scout, but gale speed is better.
Yeah.
A broadside cruiser with afterburners and an admiral that has gale speed, and if you manage to have gale speed and scout together, you're fine. Doesn't matter.
Ooh, I'm liking this. The Cabal and the Citizens Confederation are fighting.
I just saw that.
Ooh, can I go get my systems back?
Well, it depends on how good the Confederation is compared to the Cabal.
Where are you, Mickey? If you
Probably
want
at the
to
bottom.
declare, Mickey, if you want to declare a war and put me together with you on that war, I can move my fleet there because I know there is a wormhole there. So I'm not as far away as it seems to be. So
I'm fairly certain the Cabal is going to lose this because the Citizens Confederation is overwhelming to me, and the Cabal is superior. So.
Yep. So it's your call.
I mean, all I'd want is just this single one system. That's it, just one system.
You need to make sure you've claimed it then.
To ask, put that in the claim when I go to war.
No, you need to claim it in advance of going to war.
Ah, okay. Good to know.
Yeah, so click on the system, and at the very bottom in the center of your screen, there'll be an option with a plus to claim it. You have to spend a little bit of influence to do it.
Okay, so I'm moving both my fleets to your systems, okay?
So you have to do that beforehand.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, and I mean, you can go to war with them, you just won't get anything unless you've done that.
Okay, so I'm moving my fleets.
How long will it take to get here?
Open your borders to me, Mickey.
Oh wow,
They are
they're not?
closed.
Okay.
I was like, I can't move to your systems. Yeah, same thing with you, Roach. Your borders are closed too.
No, are they? Okay. They're closed to you, but yours are open to me.
Yeah, I opened them
Sure.
manually.
Oh well.
Okay, thank you. Okay, yours are open also, Mickey. So I'm going to Suyo, okay? It's going to take, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes to arrive there.
I will just build as many ships as I can.
Upping agreements.
Thank you.
Sabouts.
Oh, the
Yes.
league is just sending
Click-
all
click-
this stuff towards
Click
me.
that, buddy.
Oh, hold on 1 second. Got it.
You. Then you know what? We're at time too. Believe it or
Are
not.
we?
Yep. So we hope you enjoyed this one, folks, and we hope you see you for the next one. If you did enjoy it, consider hitting that thumbs up. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, I'm Mal, for Commissar Roach, Sabouts, Vanguard, and Mickey, and we will see you later.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.